it's funny. I had never run for student council. I had never been involved in politics of any kind. By 1998 or 1999, I had 14 restaurants that were all doing well, to varying degrees. Some were doing less well than others. But I got kind of swept up in this. The metropolitan Denver area was building a new football stadium for the Denver Broncos. And the whole region voted to use tax money to build this stadium. And the old stadium, Mile High Stadium, was beloved. Right? The Broncos had won 2 Super Bowls in the last 6 years. So people were they were happy to vote for it. They embraced the Broncos. And suddenly, about 9 months before the stadium was supposed to open, or a year before, they decided that they were going to sell the naming rights to a corporation to help the stadium open sooner. And people felt betrayed. And I kind of met a guy who was trying to organize people. And I sort of said, yeah, that's not what the people want. Why is government not doing what the people want? So we got a few people around the bar to all chip in a few $100, and we got a pollster who was doing a poll for somebody else to add on 2 or 3 questions to his poll, and proved that 70% of the people in metropolitan Denver were happy to pay. It turned out to be $4.24 a year. I mean, just $4.24 a year would be their savings from selling the naming rights. And they said, we'd all be happy to pay that in additional sales tax. Why are we selling it? Well, my gosh, I was on TV. I was on the front page of the newspaper. And then it went away until 6 months later, Mayor Webb, who was then the mayor, took it on and said some things just shouldn't be for sale. And he really stepped in and used political skill that I'd never seen up close and personal before, in how he was able to take the people's will and really make a strong statement. And in the end, we became the first city in America to create a compromise. It became Invesco Field at Mile High. And I didn't think that, I just was impressed. I thought that's interesting. I didn't understand how that had ever worked before. And then within a couple of weeks after that compromise was announced, several people came up and said, Mayor Webb is going to be term limited out in 2 years. Have you ever thought about running for mayor? 3 different people. I mean, his communications director, Chris Romer was a state senator. His father had been the governor. Another guy named Chris Gates was the head of the National Civic League. Independently, they all came up and thought this would be something I should consider. And so to the first 2, I said, no way. Why would I do that? But the third, when Chris Gates came up, I said, yeah, all right, I'll do that. And I went around and visited mayors in other cities and other states. I visited suburban mayors to find out why they hated Denver so much, and why did Denver politicians hate the suburbs so much. And I just got kind of sucked into, this seemed like something, A, that I might like, B, that I might be good at. And the thing I asked all these mayors is, can you make a difference, right? And to a person, the big city mayors, I met with Menino. Mayor Menino was the mayor of Boston at that time. I met with Steve Goldsmith, who'd been the mayor of Indianapolis. I met with Jerry Brown when he was the mayor of Oakland. And to a person, they all said, you can make a difference. It is something you would probably be good at. And it's something that the chief of staff who had been chief of staff for Mayor Rendell in Philadelphia, and then had been chief of staff for Governor Rendell in Pennsylvania, but David Cohen, he said, one thing you will see is you'll meet people that you could never meet any other way. And that was part of that pushed me over the edge.